welcome sa aming podcast for today. And makakasama natin si... Introduce your name!
My name is Teresa, Queen Mermaid of Earthing PH.
Hey, bakit Queen Mermaid?
Because I'm one of the co-founders of our small NGO, which is based here in Indonesia, which is Earthing PH.
Earthing PH. So here at Youth Voices Camp, what we do is we want to highlight the movements within the community. So Earthing PH is also one of those movements. And ito lang yung phone ko. Anyway, so my first question, kamusta ka raw?
As born and raised here in Villa, hapon ako yan nag-work because of the heat naman, init, kaya too hot. And I think like, as years goes by, dapat natin mga nagabaligya sa may dagat. Before to, hindi pa po namin kagugtok or something. And now, of course, may full moon, dili ka pa sa full moon, so that's why the low tide so so you cannot really view the paraos now during the sunset time, kaya wala na silang personal.
Correct. So, parang tabi na sila.
Oo, pero may namin, actually ang viewing sa parao kung sunset time.
May lighted paraw pa.
I think, yeah, mga around 6 to 7, probably, yeah.
So, what's your fondest memory of paraw?
Watching beach volleyball and so the beach sports. And I remember back when I was a kid, ang ilang mga sandcastles, ano ganyan natawag Formabalas. That's what they call it. Formabalas. Kami namin, kinaya sa una. I don't know why. Oo. So kami namin, kinaya nila ang mga sandcastles, not just sandcastles. Pero ang formabalas, nila ang competition before namin na mag-high-tech.
Ano yung pinakamataas? What's the highest?
I don't know, maybe 1 meter.
1 meter?
Yeah, oo. Taas na.
Okay. Well, let's go back to Earthing PH. Earthing PH.
Yes.
Earthing PH. Ano ang pinakubras?
Okay, so let's go back sa name na Earthing PH. Earthing means walking barefoot sa earth. That's what we call earthing. You know, feeling the energy of the earth, and everything must go back to the earth. And trash is not. Doesn't go even there. So that's how we get our name, and the NGO was established back in 2016. So we're 2026 now. So we got 10th year anniversary na naman this year. And one of the big project of our small organization is more on education. So we do summer camps every year. And we partnered with John Vilacson, so that's their eco-adventure camp that is happening in Guimaras. And it's made up of coastal kids based in Guimaras, as well as kids who are leaders from 3 different sections of Jollibee, from Molo, Arevalo, and Bacolod, na mga campuses. And we even invite kids coming from schools na aring sa Iloilo. So that's a 3-day camp.
And yung mga themes ng camp, like what do they normally learn about? Or?
Okay, so yes. So one of the primary things na ginagawa sa camp is I think it's the empathy now is more important than education, because once you love something, you protect it. And I think kung na-appreciate mo siya, then you love it.
Correct.
So, paano ma-appreciate sa kabataan? So, bukuhay mo lang sila outdoors.
Correct.
So, aside from that is education. So, climate change, climate preparedness, fish ID, coral ID,
Fish ID?
Identification. Fish identification. Yes, what kind of fishes? Yes.
I immediately went to Fish ID, like, tama, like identification of fish. Then, bisan ako, if I go to the palengke, I wouldn't even identify what type of fish that is. All I know is masarap yan.
Yes.
Pag inihaw yan masarap, pero I wouldn't really know the name.
Yes.
That does make sense.
Yes.
So, fish identification,
Coral.
and coral
Yes.
identification.
So there's so many types of corals. Ano pa? Jarpilaxon, which is Villaigang, it's a marine sanctuary.
Yeah.
So ang ilang species of seagrasses, dumadayo na dyan siya. So that's why naging kwat siya ng marine sanctuary because of the seagrass and mangroves. So they also get to know more of the uses of mangroves as well as the seagrasses. Why are seagrasses important in building our reefs? And before magkato ang fisheries, sila mga gamay na mga fish at seagrass. So that's why it's so important. So education,
Now, let's take it a little bit further away from that, but also very related. No? March is Women's Month,
Yes.
and you're a woman,
Yes.
right? How does this relate to women and girls in the community? Like, why is it important to talk about earthing? Why is it important to teach these communities, the girls, the women, the people of diverse or GSC, people who are members of the LGBTQ plus community about empathy, fish identification? It's so specific, like, very specific that fish identification, coral identification is very specific. Why do we need to do this and why do we need to involve women, girls, and people of different races?
That's a very good question. So, ngayong Women's Month, just of all. So I think the best way to relate it is there are so many organizations right now, especially environmental organization led by women.
Yes.
So many. And there are so many climate activists that are actually women.
Yes.
And women without the, how do you call it, the influence of women in educating, the very core of our community, which is the family. That's why ang presence ng babae andito importante, not just in the community, but in the family. Because through them, this part ng education. So that's why
I love that. Like,
very important.
I love that because educating women benefits everything and everyone.
Exactly.
Educating women is not only benefiting the person themselves, it also benefits the society because the more educated a woman is, the more progressive a society will be. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Correct. Yes.
now, there's this project that we have, right? Please tell us a little more about the kites.
Okay, yes. So when we think about Kai, what's the first thing that comes into our mind? This feeling of nostalgia.
Actually, I didn't fly kites when I was young. So I don't have any
Oh.
nostalgic feelings about flying kites.
I think that's the thing we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Because your generation,
Gen Z. I'm a millennial. Okay.
Okay, because I think during the millennials, the late millennials,
Yes.
na nag-stop because technology.
Correct.
Okay, back when, Gen X, early millennials,
Yeah.
during the time when there is no social media, there's no computer yet.
No, really, sa una sa one, I was so preoccupied with PS5.
Oh, there you go. So, hindi pa tayo
PS5.
PS5, so chip ko na ako.
Wala pa ganun PS1. Anyway,
Okay, so there you go. Why ko pa kabalo ang
family
PlayStation?
computer. Family computer.
family
Pangkos.
Okay.
Anyway, yes.
Anyway, so, back in the day, ang kids sa nila, kaya kada hapon, I think it's kind making especially it's a bonding when the child and a father, most of the time.
Yeah.
So, that's what we want to rekindle in our event. Not just because Pasurang Gola means, creating a kite made of trash, but also the family dynamic, the bonding without, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying family time together. That's what we want to encourage in and of course, the education of single-age classes.
Right, so it's basically bonding, family time,
Yes.
and also trying to upcycle or recycle, for lack of a better term for me, if there's another term for that, parang gano'n na reuse. But what type of trash ba?
mostly single-use plastics. You know, like,
Is it not
mga plastic bag na garbage bag, plastic bag sa SM, plastic bag sa mga magic sarap, isang ginagutang na
Pwede ko ba yan? This is not paid.
No, it's not hay, but you know, these are the usual trash that you can find actually. Sachets,
Yeah.
na mga trash, na one time na naging gamit, ang mga bear brand na swak,
Yeah.
hindi ko nakakita sa mga,
Good life.
sa mga good life. So those are most of the common trashes that they actually use. And sometimes they reuse ang mga old fabrics nila or something like that. Some people, they use old CDs. Put in their hand. You know, not the whole thing. You know, just the accents or whatever. And sometimes malaan kung sa aesthetic, malaan ang namin ang colors ng CDs, malawin kung malaan. So that's why.
Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Medyo malayo siya. Medyo, it's not as related to, you know, heights. But before that, when is this program happening?
Okay, so it's gonna be on March 25, which is Saturday.
Okay.
And it's our third year, actually, this year in 2026.
Okay.
And we have 3 different locations back in from our previous location. So now, our venue will be on sa parking area sa Vista Mall, sa may C1. Sa Conferential Road, Vista Mall, parking area at the back.
Okay. That's part of Pagwin.
No, it's Oton actually.
Oton, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oton. It's the mall. So anyone who's interested,
Yes, so we have a kids category, and you can win as much as 5,000 pesos for the first prize. And we have an open category, anybody can participate, and you can win as much as 15,000 pesos.
that's a lot of green teas, matcha green teas, and for the millennials,
Yes.
bills, payments.
For only 100 peso registration fee.
Love that. Love that so much. But now, it's not as related, but it's also something that flies in the air. You're gonna teach us
Yes,
How to
yes.
fold
So,
paper plates.
yeah, origami.
Yeah, origami.
The art of folding paper. Anyway, so, back sa mga elementary days, takong board ka, nagkapamati sa teacher, takong may papel, tapos we end up folding our, our scratch paper into something, may mga boats, mga nabalaan, and paper airplanes. Anyway, so before we fold we're gonna make an airplane. Let's make what I call a nature pledge. Yes. What can you pledge to the nature that is, doable? That you can, it's as small as saying no to single-use plastic or saying no to straw. But, this, you will take this, by heart. You write it down.
Okay.
Kung ano ang pledge mo sa nature, kay Mother Nature. Ang pwede mo mahimo para ma-protect siya. So, let's write it down.
My pledge to the world cannot be good. So, okay, done.
Okay. So, muli aton kwandong na yellow pad.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go to the very tips ng pad ninyo and then make 2 triangles.
Triangle.
Let's make a pyramid.
So let's use our table. If we can, I'll use the table
Okay.
just to make sure. I OC that. Okay.
Okay. And then you fold it at the bottom of the pyramid. Fold
Okay.
it.
Fold it again.
Yes. And then make 2 pyramids.
Pyramid.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, like that.
Yes. Okay. Make sure at the bottom of the first pyramid, nag-infold
Yeah.
mo, hindi siya mag-worky para Muni ang
So there
clip.
should, okay, there should have,
Yes.
there should be a little triangle.
Yes.
Okay,
That will clip the two pyramids that we made.
okay.
And then, fold it.
Fold it.
Sa half.
Make sure to clear it.
Yep. Okay, almost done ang airplane. Boeing 707.
Oh no, okay.
Okay, and then, from the tip sa imong naging fold na areas
Yeah.
ng triangle, fold it again to make a wing.
Okay.
And same thing on the other side.
Nice. This is the first time I've made this type of hair.
There you go. You're natural. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flight 117 of YBC Airlines is about to take off.
So shall we test our landing?
Let's test it.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
1, 2,
3. Very smooth landing.
That
Very
was a
smooth
very smooth
landing.
landing.
Yes.
Congratulations, you won this round. You won this round. But again, well, thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you for sharing all about earthing. And yeah, so if they wanna, get to know more about it, where can they find more information? How can they contact you?
Yes.
If they want to donate anything,
Yes.
how can they do that?
Okay, so you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Earthing PH. That's one word. Earthing PH. And for Basurang Bola, we are also on Facebook and Instagram. So you can ask any questions if you want to donate, you want to participate in our activities, you can message us. And for those who wants to volunteer as well, just message us. We always welcome anyone who is willing to donate their time to educate the youth today. Thank you so much again for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And for everyone watching, YVC is still looking for additional volunteers for our Youth Voices Media Network. So if you are someone who's passionate about storytelling, creating content online, videos, writing, photography, or anything, let us know. Message us at Youth Voices Count on Facebook or email us at secretariat@ybc-asiapacific.org. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Tony,
And this is Rita.
and thank you very much for counting your voices with us.
Bye.
To get to know more about Youth Voices Count, please visit www.ybc-asiapacific.org or visit our social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram.